Okay, it was another winning day for the boys last night. We took one trade, one and done, one dub screw, and price was volatile as fuck, like it has been recently. Price has just been super volatile the past couple days. So we were very cautious. We waited for that A plus setup, captured the setup, and it was a one and done type of day. So let's talk about the play. Let's talk about the play here. So going into the day, looking at the 1 hour, I usually like to start the day on the 4 or the 1. So in this case, I was looking at the 1 hour and I noticed that this week has been an absolute shitter of a week. So we have been dumping like crazy. We've been dumping like crazy. We've been sweeping a lot of key lows. So yesterday, as you can see, we swept this low right here. We swept this low right here. And it's, for me personally, I don't know why, but it's very tough for me to be bearish on the day after we've been dropping nonstop. I don't know why, but I just like looking for reversals. It just works for me. That's the way I like to trade. But anyway, going into the day, looking at the 1 hour, you can see that we have relative equal highs up here. So we have stacked relative equal highs. We are building some low resistance liquidity. So if you mark this up, you can see that we are building some LR on top of that. And this is a great target here. So going into the day, as you can see, we get a little bit of a Judas swing. So as soon as I saw this 1 hour candle, this was all I really needed to see. We sweep Asia low, and the fact that we retraced so much on this 1 hour to me meant that we were most likely going to be bullish for the day, and the target was going to be all of this liquidity up here. These relative equal highs, we had this LR, and it's a bit more obvious on the 1 minute. If you zoom out and look at the one, you can see all of this low resistance liquidity building up here. You have London highs, you have so much resting liquidity up here. This is such a great target. So Spen and I were bullish for the day. We're bullish for the day simply because this 1 hour rejection wick looked super bullish, and in our opinion, this was the Judas swing for the morning, the fake out before going back up to the upside. So bullish going into the day. And we had a couple of opportunities, but we decided to sit on our hands. So the first opportunity of the day was this inverse right here. So again, we sweep this Asia low, very bullish 1 hour close, 1 hour candle. Very bullish rejection. But this was just simply too much risk. There was too much risk on the table here. If you got stopped out, you would have lost about 61 points. And we just don't really like to risk that much. You could say, you can size down, blah, 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 but this is just simply not a trade worth taking. So we decided to sit on our hands and wait for a cleaner setup where we could mitigate risk more easily. And we finally got that setup right here. So the confluences again were the very bullish 1 hour rejection. We swept Asia lows. And on top of that, we had so much liquidity up here. We had untapped London highs along with this low resistance liquidity. And then we had relative equal highs as well. So super clean reversal, bang. Again, taking London low. This is the Judas swing for the day. And this is where we entered. We actually entered exactly right here on this 1 minute candle close. We really liked how this candle just immediately cut through this fair value gap, inversing it with a lot of power. We had very obvious targets right up here, a little bit of low resistance liquidity, low resistance liquidity on the higher time frame, and then again, relative equal highs. So many things were pointing bullish to us, and we decided to hop in this trade as soon as this candle closed, stop below the gap, and we targeted this internal high right here. And I believe I took this trade with about 5 micros. 5 micros simply because price was so volatile, man. You need to take out your measuring tool and measure some of these candles. For example, this 1 minute candle, this range is 60 points. 60 points. That's insane. So to be taking a full contract when price is this volatile, you're risking a lot. So let's say we got stopped out of this trade right here. and the candle closed, I don't know, right there. That's a 30-point loss. In our opinion, that is a very big loss trading one contract. So we quickly realized that price was very volatile, sized down to 5 micros, but we still made a decent chunk of change. And we targeted the low-hanging fruit right here, which is the first internal high. No need to get too greedy. In hindsight, this might have been the better target considering it's the start of this low resistance liquidity here. And price typically wants to run the low resistance liquidity where it starts. So this would have been a good target up here, but we were not looking to get too greedy with it, especially considering that this was around a 40 point trade. So it was still a very big trade in our books. And as you can see, bang, TP was hit in about a minute and a half. So we hit TP very quickly, which is always a great feeling. And it was a great way to end the week, man. So that means we are up on the month about 2,300 now, which is a solid month, man. And you know what? I've been trading a lot of micros. So to do 2,300 trading micros for the most part is pretty decent in my opinion. And I've been thinking a lot about copy trading and the potential to trade with 4 or 5 accounts, and the numbers are just crazy when you think about it. So for example, this week I was trading micros and I believe I made about $800 on the week trading 5 micros. So if you're trading 4 accounts, that is a $3,200 week trading micros, man. So all you really need to do is be patient, wait for those A+ setups. You don't need to trade a full contract. You can just trade 5, 6 micros, maybe even 3, 4 micros. And as long as you have a couple of accounts working for you, you can live a damn good life, man. So that is the plan for the near future. The plan is get some, maybe trade 4 or 5 instant funded accounts and just simply stack small wins across 4 or 5 accounts. You could easily be hitting 10K months. And I'm Canadian, so 10K US is equivalent to like 12, 13K Canadian. So that is the plan going into the future, to trade 3, 4 funded accounts together and simply just trade lower size, wait for those A+ setups. So as you can see, going back to the charts, we still have this LR up here, and we have these relative equal highs along with the London high on the higher time frame. This was the overall target. We exited the position right here because we were happy with this. We didn't want to get too greedy. It was about a 1 to 1.8. We'll take that all day. And as you can see, bang, we eventually hit the target for the day. So very clean reversal. This was pretty obvious to us and we capitalized on it. It was a great day, one and done. Always nice to end on a green Friday. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.